All right, what's going on? So yeah, I ain't posting in a while, so just wanted to get on this morning. I had some thoughts racing in my mind. I just wanted to capture them through video and share it with you all, because maybe it can help someone compartmentalize some of their thoughts and feelings, and maybe you can kind of come to some type of reality. Because I know a lot of times, in as a man living in this Western world, a lot of things just don't make sense. Um, and the way that women are, and even some men are positioning men who are unapologetically men, who are outspoken, um, who stand on their square, and just stand is just standing on the things that they truly believe in. It kind of feels at times as if um, there's really, everything is closing in on you. You can't really be who you are. You can't really say what you want to say. Um, 'Cause everything that you exude, everything that you take pride in as being a man, other than our money, other than paying, you know what I mean? When it comes to contributing financially, oh yeah, go ahead. It's a thumbs up. But when it comes to us being the head of our house and being a leader of our family, and being the final decision maker in our family, and so on and so forth, all that is weaponized. All that is they try to make it seem like we're damn near criminals. And I want to identify some of the things that people are doing, that our society has done, um, or attempting to do, to emasculate, almost. Yeah, I can say it's emasculating, because it's you're trying to take the spirit out of a man. So the things that our society has done or is doing to emasculate men. The first one is referring to men like myself as misogynistic or narcissist, right? Um, that's the go-to. So you're in an argument. Not well. Let me rephrase that. You're in a conversation with the person, with the woman in particular, and um, you're just being unapologetic about how you view the world as a man. Um, and a lot of women are like, what in the world? So I can say things like, um, I like peace. When I speak, I want my woman to listen. I require my woman to follow my lead. Um, um, And so the first thing they'll do, they're interjecting and say, so she can't have a voice? Absolutely. She needs to have a voice, because I don't want a woman who's a pushover. She has to have a voice, but she has to understand that I'm her man, and in her life that I have a position. So why does she have to like go with your final decision maker? Because I'm her man. That's why. Okay, but she's her own person. Absolutely. And if she wants to remain single, then she should be her own person. But when she's with me, I'm her leader. You know what? That sounds very misogynistic, Pierre. Or you act like you're narcissist. Like, you give me very narcissistic tendencies and vibes. I get a narcissistic spirit from you. How? And so what has happened there is you've come off of your square. You've come from being in a position to where you're explaining what you want as a man. And listen, y'all, we're men. We know what we want for the most part is roughly the same. Now we have some different nuances, certain things that I will accept that another man won't, and vice versa. Certain things that I like that another man won't, and certain, what I mean, certain things I don't like, because you know, I'm pretty strict when it comes to the criteria of a woman. Um, certain things that I won't allow that another man will. So we have our little variances and our nuances that makes us different. But for the most part, we all want the same thing. We want a woman who's pretty cooperative. We want a woman who's submissive. We want a woman who is articulate. A woman who isn't damaged emotionally. Uh, we want a woman who keeps herself up, who takes pride in her beauty, who doesn't wear a lot of makeup, da 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 da. The general things that men have said over time. For the most part, it's the same, right? But what she has effectively done in a lot of cases is she's taken the narrative about explaining how you are as a man, how I am as a man. She's taken that conversation and made it to a conversation about you being a narcissist or a misogynist. And so now you're in a position, you're not even in a position anymore to explain to her why you are the way that you are. You're in a position now trying to defend yourself from being categorized as a misogynist or a narcissist. So my advice to men who engage in these conversations with women, that they kind of knock you off your square. My advice to you in those conversations is to end the conversation. You can give her a fair warning. Look, we're not going to do the narcissist thing. We're not going to do the misogynist thing. I'm neither one. I'm neither. I love women. I value women. I need a woman. However, I am a man, and I have a sense of who I am as a man. Now, if you want a man who's a little bit more passive, I'm not him. That's fine. I have to be the head of my house. I have to be the leader of my house. I have to be the final decision maker because I trust myself. I put in the work as a man, and I trust myself enough to lead our family to greatness. Now, if you don't trust me to that capacity, then that's fine. I can respect that. We're just not meant to be together. Simple conversation, simple end of the conversation. But what we have to stop doing is letting women get us off our rocker, get us off of our square by insulting us. Because that's what it is. That's an insult. Being called a narcissist or misogynist when you truly aren't one is an insult. It's not a compliment. And they're not saying it to try to uplift you at all. They're saying it to insult you so you can defend to them why you aren't a misogynist or a narcissist. So my advice to you all is to not have the conversation, to end that conversation. Because then what she has done then is effectively proven to you that she is an agent of chaos. And so there's this guy I used to listen to on YouTube named Chronicle of Judah. And he used to refer to women as the agents of chaos. And I really didn't agree with it at first. And then I started really observing women. And I'm like, absolutely. Because when we have conversations as men, we like to kind of have the conversation. We don't want to, I hate when I'm having a conversation with somebody and they're ducking and diving and going all over. No, let's just tackle it straight up. Let's tackle the conversation straight up. We don't have to, we could talk about something else, but let's not, go, make a right. If we got to go straight down this road 2 miles, there ain't no need, and it's a straight shot. There's no need to make any right or left turns. It's a straight shot. I mean, we're going to make right and left turns. It's going to take us long to get to the end, to our destination. Let's just go straight. No detours. Let's just go straight. There's no roadblocks. There's no construction. Let's just get there. And that's how a lot of men are. We don't like the things that just kind of that people do to attempt to throw us off. That's not what we that's not what engages us when we're in conversation. That throws us off. So once again, listen. If you're having a conversation with a woman and she loads you up with that misogynist or narcissistic thing, end the conversation. Because she's not mature enough to have a conversation without insulting you. And if she's at that level, even if you have a woman, even if you're a woman, listen, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna end this. A lot of us are with women who we've realized through growing as a man, she's just not it. She's just not it. And I know that's a harsh reality. However, it's a reality that we have to accept. So a lot of, through our growth as men, so what happens, and this is for, I'm a school women. What happens is, as kids, boys are taught to always appease girls. It's everything that we do is always meant to appease girls, right? And then we get grown and we realize that a lot of these girls that we've dealt with, these women that we're dealing with, they're chaotic. They're not good decision makers. They're very emotional. And they make a lot of their decisions based off of emotions. Their reasoning and their logic is just off. So that in itself proves that a lot of them aren't good leaders. They're unable to truly think like men, and even the ones who give you the bull crap that I was raised with 5 brothers, so I know how it is. Listen, they're still a woman. They're still a woman at the end of the day. Fellas, stop buying into that crap. They're still a woman. And so over the course of the years, we were taught to always appease women. And then we get to a level of success and we realize, you know what? The women that I've dealt with all my life is truly not what is truly beneficial to me as a man, because those women didn't provide peace for me. Those women were combative. Those women always challenged me as a man. Those women always tested my ego. It's instead of stroking my ego, they're testing my ego. Those women, gave me more headaches than they did peaceful moments. And we realized that, hell, I'm the prize. I'm it. Why have I been chasing and hunting, these women who are in the majority of being chaotic? Why am I chasing them when they all say they want a man who's like me? So we get to this position in life to where, a lot of times we're 21 years old and we're still in an unrealistic and fairy tale mindset of the world and mindset of women. And we realize, I'm really the catch. I'm truly the catch. I'm the man. I am the man. I don't like using the word king and all that. That is what it is. Everybody ain't kings. I don't care if you're a man. I don't care if you're a billionaire, whatever. All of us ain't kings. That's a special type of man. But all of us are, a lot of us are real men, real good men. We have to stand on that. And, we get to a position where we realize, the woman I've been dealing with for the past 4 years, she's a modern woman. She is rebellious. She loves conflict and she loves to be combative. And, she's everything that I've grown to not like in a woman. So we got to have some real conversations. Is she worth the headache? And I don't promote or encourage divorce, but I do encourage peace. I do encourage stability, and I do encourage your authority as a man not always being challenged. And I do encourage a woman being cooperative, and I do encourage a man being a great decision maker. I encourage those things. So yeah, so in a nutshell, a lot of us are with people that we've outgrown. We've done the work to be better men, but they haven't done the work to be better women because they truly don't understand what it is to be a woman. They don't understand what it means to be a good woman. And because you've evolved and you've had the conversations, and a lot of times we won't tackle the conversations head on. We'll kind of tiptoe around it. And, because we don't, we realize we've changed, and we realize because we've changed that they turn us off. And we don't really want to just have the conversation. Hey, baby, look, I've changed, and I think I've grown as a man, and this is kind of who I am and what I think now. We don't want to tackle it straight on like that. What we'll do is, just kind of, just kind of play around with it, but no, have the conversation, because if she's truly the woman for you, she'll change for you. If you truly have changed for the better, if you have a good woman, she'll change for you. And I'm not saying it's going to happen overnight. I'm not saying it's going to happen in a couple of months, but it shouldn't take over a year, because if you're truly the catch, then she should value that. She should value that. However, this video has been long enough. I just want to share my thoughts with you all. If you have any questions, comments, or would like for me to elaborate on something that I might have touched on but didn't really get into specifics with, drop it in the comments. I appreciate you all for watching. I'll holler at you on the next one.